Alright, what's up YouTubers? It's your girl LA Nice with Bacaria Monarch. Today, I'm going to show you how to germinate some cannabis seeds. What we have right here are some raw seeds that we found in something that one of our friends got from the recreational store. So obviously you guys can see that they are not delivering sesamolia buds, and they clearly have seeds in there inside of their cannabis flower. So we're going to take advantage of that and go ahead and pop off some of these seeds and see what we get today. Alright YouTubers, stay tuned. Alright YouTubers, so the first thing you're going to need is some paper towel, right? So I have about 4 sheets of paper towel here. As you can see, they're doubled. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stack those on top of each other like so. And what you need next is some filtered water or RO water. Tap water is fine too if you can't get your hands onto RSO, or you don't have a filtration on your refrigerator. It's totally fine. So I got this water out of my filtered refrigerator. What you want to do next is you want to grab you some liquid seaweed. So this is to promote healthy growth within your plant. So it has over 60 trace elements, amino acids, enzymes, and carbohydrates. This is a great way for your plant to stay healthy along its course. All right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take our dropper and we're going to measure out 5 milliliters of the seaweed extract into our filtered water. All right, we have our 5 milliliters now, and we're just gonna drop all of that into our filtered water, and we're gonna give it a little stir. We're gonna go ahead and place our seeds, which are unknown. We don't know what these seeds are. We're gonna place these seeds inside of the paper towel. So the next thing you want to do is you want to get you some mycorrhiza. So this stuff is so good for your plant. I promise you, it won't steer you wrong. So I got this from Gnarly Roots, easily ordered through Amazon. All the products that we're using today is actually ordered through Amazon, and I'll make sure I leave the links at the bottom. All right, so okay, you guys, so as you can see, I'm going to take a little bit of my mycorrhiza and begin to sprinkle it all over the seedlings. Well, excuse me, the seeds. They're not seedlings quite yet until they pop. And as you can see, I'm sprinkling a little bit of the mycorrhiza on the paper. I don't have a spill there. It's okay. Don't waste your product like that, you guys. But that's an accident. All right, so to continue, next you want to take a shot glass. Make sure you guys have a 30 milliliter shot glass. And you just want to fill that to the top. Just want to fill that to the top in the cup that you have. And as you can see, I have a shot glass full of the liquid seaweed, and I'm going to pour this all over the cannabis flowers to dampen the paper towel a little bit. Okay, so now that I separated the seeds a little bit from each other, and now they're in the position where I sprinkled the mycorrhiza, I'm going to go ahead and fold this paper towel. And as you're folding the paper towel, just lightly pat the paper towel down so that the seeds are imprinted and that paper is also drawing up that liquid seaweed that you have poured over the seeds and the mycorrhiza. Okay, now that I see that it's majority covered with our liquid seaweed, I'm going to fold this one more time. Okay, and so folding it one more time will allow you to actually get more moisture to those seeds so they can get ready to pop. All right, and as you can see, I have a little bit of water just still left in my 30 milliliter shot glass. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to just pour that all over this paper towel. All right. And I'm going to continue to pat that down. And once that I see that this is completely patted down and a nice soaked moisture on the paper towel, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a plastic sandwich bag. Just a second, you guys. So also too, sorry I didn't mention this at the beginning of the film, but you will need a Ziploc baggie. I like to always buy the Ziploc bags that have the writing on the side, just in case we're doing germination, so I can write the date and of course the strand on the bag. But since we don't know what the actual strand is, we're gonna put the date and put unknown. And today's date is 4/4/20. Hey, you guys, tune in to Becaria Monarch's Cinco de Mayo drop of our Henny Ritas, hosted by your girl, Oh Savvy. Let's go. All right, so anyway, now that we have labeled our bag and I put unknown, each of these seeds will actually get a unknown 1, unknown 2, until we can actually figure out what our friend bought at the store that had all these seeds in it. So clearly, you guys, the recreational shop is not giving the people what they want, clearly, if there's seeds in their stuff. But we're gonna take advantage of that, and we're gonna go ahead and put our paper towel inside of our plastic baggie. Now keep in mind, if it doesn't fit, you can fold it one more time. And zip it up. And we're gonna go store this in a dark, warm area. Most likely a dresser drawer. It's always warm in my room, so I like to keep them in the dresser drawer, and they should pop in about 3 to 4 days. But just keep in mind too, you wanna check daily when these seeds, you wanna check daily to see if the paper towel is still moist. And if the paper towel is moist, you can just put it back in the drawer. If it's not, you're gonna repeat that process again. Hopefully you kept your 5 milliliters of filtered water mixed with the liquid seaweed, and you can always preserve this by putting aluminum foil over the top, or you can simply put it in another plastic bag so that you could come back and use the same nutrient mix that you use for your seedlings. All right. Hey, what's up, BMG family? So it's LA Nice here again. So remember about 3 days ago, oh no, it was 4 days ago, we put these seeds away in a cool, dark area. So now let's see if our seeds have popped. See, the seeds have popped and they are definitely ready to be put into their starting cups. All right, so what we got here is we have some cocoa and perlite mixed together in a more like a 70-30 blend, where I have 30% perlite and 70% cocoa. I also took the liberty of, when I ordered my cocoa brick, I'm going to put all this in the description below, but when I ordered my cocoa brick, I also let it seep in the water with like about 10 teaspoons of, it's called CalMag, and that's to just get the cocoa in a healthy calcium magnesium blend together so that the plant doesn't experience anything like CalMag deficiencies or anything like that, because you'll definitely start to notice if your plant is withering away, and most likely it's due to the you not properly balancing out your cocoa with a little bit of CalMag. And I also put that CalMag down at the bottom as well for you guys. Most of the stuff was ordered from Amazon, just keep in mind. Alright, so what we're going to do is now that we know that our seeds are ready to go, we're going to go ahead and fill up our soil mix, our cocoa blend with the perlite into our hefty red cups. And also, before you use these hefty red cups, just make sure you like slice a couple of holes on the side or in the bottom, so that way it creates airflow and it mimics the same thing as a pot would, like a pot that you would regularly plant something in. All right, let's get started. All right, BMG, also don't forget, when you are filling up these cups, you definitely want to make sure that you fill them, you know, up to the top so that the plant has plenty of space to grow. And also don't forget, we found out earlier in the game, maybe like a couple days ago, that these seeds are actually called raw. So you always want to name your seed, and you also want to put the date that you planted your seeds in, always, so that you can keep track of how long your plant has been growing. And that's definitely used for your veg time and your flowering times. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so now that we have all of our cups filled up with our cocoa and perlite blend, what we're going to do next is we are going to water our cups with our sprayer. This link also will be linked below. I got this off of Amazon. It was fairly cheap, it's like 12 bucks or something like that. But what's inside of here is that blend of seaweed and the RO water / filtered water that I got from my fridge. Alright, so I'm going to light all the surfaces. I'm going to lightly damp all of the surfaces of the cups, and then we are going to then plant our seeds. So let's go. Alright, BMG family, so you see that some of these seeds have been ready to go and been placed inside the pot. So next thing you want to do is you want to take your index finger and you want to bury your index finger all the way down to your first knuckle. Alright, and you're going to do that to each one of the pots. Alright, and next thing you want to do, you want to retrieve your seedling, and you want to drop it down into the soil. Not too far though, and as you can see, this one kind of fell down into there. So what I'm trying to do now is like bring it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna bury the top piece in the soil. And as you can see, you can still see a little bit of that portion, the beginning of the seedling right there. You want to keep it just like that, and make sure you pack down the rest of the root into your cocoa and perlite blend. Now this one should be a little bit easier. This has a longer tail on it. As you can see, it's definitely ready to go. You can see the roots beginning to sprout out. It is ready. And as you can see, only one didn't pop. Alright, BMG, stay tuned for our next set of videos, and as always, like, subscribe, and follow us. As usual, BMG, make sure you like and subscribe and follow us on all of our social media platforms. I hope you enjoyed the video, and for more content, please hit that like button.